Now on Coast TV News.
Endangered whales spotted off the coast. What boaters are being asked to do. Rental changes, the biggest ways a stay in Ocean City could differ.
We will warm up, yes, but the bigger question is when? I'll have the answer coming up.
Next step for Beebe, what town on Delmarva could call the healthcare system home?
This is Coast TV News at 11.
How to help state police handle drone sightings. Good evening. I'm Madeline Overturf. Thank you so much for staying up with us after Sunday Night Football. We begin tonight with a warning from state police on drones. Troopers are now saying if you see suspicious drone activity, call or email its anti-terrorism tip line. Now, it's illegal to shoot down a drone. Police remind people drones are allowed to fly at night under certain conditions as well. So before you get too scared, check an app like Flight Aware to see information on that drone. But if you do think it's suspicious, state police say take a video and detailed notes and report it to the tip line. We have that email and phone number for that tip line on our website and app right now. And if you see a drone on the ground, police say call 911 and stay away. New tonight, boaters must slow down in Ocean City as once again right whales have been spotted east of the coast. To prevent boats hitting the endangered whale, a slow zone has been extended to January 2nd. Mariners are asked to avoid the area or go 10 knots or less. Delaware Republicans are introducing a bill that would let Delawareans order wine online and have it shipped to them. That's banned currently. Lawmakers have attempted similar bills for 15 years. Critics say wine shipping will hurt retail sales. Now, the bill is limited in scope, only allowing wineries to ship directly to consumers. And also in state politics, a new bill would ban the sale of tianeptine. Do you know what that is? I did not. It's a substance referred to as gas station heroin. Lawmakers say the unregulated drug has been used to treat depression in other countries, and you can buy it in convenience stores. Now, lawmakers claim tianeptine has been linked to dangerous opioid-like effects, and there have been many poisonings from it in Pennsylvania and Delaware. If you are cramming with last-minute shopping, yeah, guilty. The Tanger outlets, they're open Monday from 10 a.m. to 9 p.m. Christmas Eve, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. Now, check your favorite local store, too, as small business store hours definitely vary. We have a full list of the hours and other Christmas-related activities right now on CoastTV.com. Just search Cool Things to Do. If you're looking to bring your family to Ocean City to enjoy the coast, you may soon have to book your stay for a month or longer. That's if you choose a rental in an R1 area. That's better known as a residential, like a normal neighborhood. With short-term rentals becoming more common in town, the council wants to add regulations to rentals in residential areas, with the biggest change being a minimum 31-day length of stay. Now, one owner of rentals in town thinks getting people to book those areas would be a challenge.
I can't see many families that would be able to or willing to rent for that longer period of time.
Now, the proposed rental changes will go in front of council. There must be a first and second reading before it becomes official. Staying in Worcester County Health is launching a program aimed to help teens quit smoking and vaping. The 50-minute sessions are once a week for 10 weeks. And we have the specifics on this program right now on CoastTV.com. New tonight, plans for Beebe Healthcare to build a campus in Millsboro appear to be moving forward. According to the town of Millsboro's website, there's a Beebe Medical Center project committee meeting this Friday at 9. Last year, Beebe told Coast TV they plan to build at Route 113 and Hardscrabble Road. Those plans included an emergency room and other medical offices. There's no agenda for this Friday's meeting, so the exact details, though, on the medical center remain to be seen. The town of Berlin has $50,000 to continue its commercial facade program. That's a grant that gives property and business owners money to improve the outside of their buildings, enhance streetscapes, and more there in Berlin. Do you not want to cook this Christmas? Well, you're definitely not alone. Many families actually are opting out of the big meal at home and choosing to let the restaurants do the heavy lifting. Coast TV News reporter Kevin Zapay shows us some restaurants that are open Christmas Day.
Families are turning on the oven, setting the table, and getting ready to eat dinner on Christmas Day. But that's not the only option you have here in Ocean City. Fager's Island, Touch of Italy, the Green Turtle, and more are open for business. Lenny Cashenbach, the general manager of Touch of Italy, says they're expecting another holiday week of big crowds.
We get a lot of families and big, large groups that come in of 6 or more, so we have a very strong turnout on the holidays.
On Christmas Day, Touch of Italy will be open from 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. and reopen for dinner from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. For anyone looking to grab a drink and watch a game, the Green Turtle will be open from 12 p.m. to 8 p.m. General Manager Stephen Pappas says the Green Turtle is always open on Christmas Day, and the people that come in always have a smile on their face.
They're just happy that we're open. It's a big family and everyone just comes in and enjoys.
If you're further up the coast, don't worry. Harpoon Hannah's in Fenwick Island is also open on Christmas Day, where you could dine in or check out the bar. For Cashenbach and his team, this time of the year is all about holiday cheer and holiday revenue.
This is a great week for us. So if you look at comparison like day sales, we're way over, significantly over 20-30% of a normal summer day. You know, just in some of these days, even though it's winter right now.
If you're looking to eat out with your family on Christmas Day, the Touch of Italy and other restaurants still have reservations that are available. I'm Kevin Zapay in Ocean City, Coast TV News.
Monday morning on Coast TV News, tune in for new information on regulations in Ocean City. And then coming up Monday evening, tune in to Coast TV News for last-second holiday preps, what you need to know ahead of the big day.
Well, we take a look at what's happening for our day-part forecast. We're looking for all kinds of sunshine, but not much in the way of warmth. That Arctic blast is sticking around, and we'll talk about when we'll finally thaw out.
With the COP, the heartwarming holiday tradition on Delmarva, don't go anywhere. We're back in just 60 seconds.
The cold that we have to deal with right now is what I call uncomfortably cold. You know, it's not even nostalgic. It's not even cute. All right. But we're going to work our way through it going into, let's say, Christmas and Hanukkah as well as Kwanzaa. But we will eventually warm up by next weekend. We just got to hold serve for right now. Our Bay Health camera, temperatures in the low 20s right now, feeling like the teens just about everywhere. Now, listen, we've had an 8 to 9 degree change that's been happening for us. So we're still trending downward as far as our temperatures are concerned because it's just that kind of cold everywhere. We're talking about temperatures like 17 in Redden, 21 in Seaford, as well as Georgetown, 19 in Ocean Pines. Now, it's all clear throughout the overnight because we have high pressure that's in full control of our weather. Now, with light winds and what few breezes we have coming out of the north, that's tapping into that cold Canadian air coming out of Buffalo as well as Toronto, and it's sliding down in our general direction. That means, in simplest terms, it's cold and going to stay that way. Overnight, we're dropping back to 15 and 14. This is updated what's happening with our overnight because we're going to drop down to 14 and 15, for example, near the Salisbury area. So that cold that's in the air is going to really continue to be, well, uncomfortable, to say the least. Mid-morning, we're looking for temperatures hovering at below freezing, upper 20s to low 30s, 30 in Lewis, Rehoboth, 28, Dewey Beach, 30, for example, in Bethany Beach, but also 30 in Shelbyville as well as 30 in Berlin. By the evening time, we're going to be in the same general area. Now, for Tuesday morning, we'll wake up at just a skosh warmer, but not by much, okay? But then we will warm into the 40s, which is going to be a relief to some extent. But the winds coming out of the north, it's going to kind of negate that. So we're going to stay at that same level of cold as far as how it actually feels when you go outside. Now, what about the actual feels by, let's say, lunchtime? We're going to go from teens in the morning to mid-20s in the afternoon. And then that's for Monday afternoon. And then for Tuesday morning at about 8:30, we're going to be in the lower 20s, 22 to 24 degrees, that general range, with us into the mid to upper 20s along the coast. And the newly updated model runs indicating we're going to stay in the mid-20s for Wednesday morning at 7:30 as well. So we're not going to get much relief there. So take a look at our expectations. We're going to have sunshine on Monday, cloudy on Tuesday. Then on Wednesday, we will warm to 38 degrees. The good news is we're going to go up by 10 degrees by Wednesday. But when we're going to do that by Tuesday, we're not going to feel it on Tuesday because the winds are out of the north. But then by Wednesday, we'll start feeling a little bit better. Then as we go into, let's say, for Lewis and Rehoboth Beach, we go from 35 to 43, and then we'll stay at about 43 degrees by then. Finally, here's a look at your Paul Davis Restoration Home Remodeling extended forecast. Remember, we're just cold on Monday, period.
All right, Paul, thank you. Well, this weekend, the Salisbury Sam's Club held a new event called Shop with a Cop. 20 officers from Salisbury and Fruitland helped kids between 4 and 17 with their holiday shopping. Each child was given $250 to shop for themselves or their families.
The idea of helping a child and a family who's been through such tragic experiences and make them feel special for a day, give them something that they may not have had is touching. I feel honored.
The kids were able to get a photo with officers in their vehicles and meet Santa and Mrs. Claus. Maryland hunters harvested 9% more deer this firearm season compared to last. That's according to the Department of Natural Resources. They say this was between November 30th and December 14th. County by county, Worcester County had a jump in harvest as well. New tonight, Maryland Governor Wes Moore has declared Christmas Eve a state holiday. The governor says offices and agencies will be closed, and the day is treated like any other state employee holiday. And hey, in just a few days, tune in to CoastTV's Christmas special, A Delmarvelous Christmas. We have at 11 p.m. Christmas Eve, and then again Christmas Day at 5. Still to come on Coast TV News, giving back this holiday in a different way, where you can donate blood. Next. If you want a way to give back this holiday, it is the season of giving. Well, the Blood Bank of Delmarva has a Christmas Eve blood drive from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. It's at a bus outside the Beebe Tunnel Cancer Center off Route 24. The blood bank has suffered critically low levels recently, so all donors are welcome. It's a case that gripped the nation. United Healthcare CEO shooting suspect Luigi Mangione is expected to be arraigned on state charges in New York Monday. Mangione is accused of gunning down CEO Brian Thompson in Manhattan outside of his hotel December 4th. Jen Sullivan shows us the other charges he's facing and what's next.
It's a high-profile case that will now likely involve two separate trials. Luigi Mangione faces federal charges and New York state charges in the death of United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson. Mangione was extradited Thursday from Pennsylvania to New York, where he faced a slew of federal charges, including a firearms offense, 2 stalking charges, and murder through use of a firearm. If found guilty, he faces a maximum sentence of either the death penalty or life in prison. His attorneys dodging questions about the federal case.
Karen, do you have any comment on these charges today?
Not at this time. Thank you so much.
The federal criminal complaint describes chilling details about contents inside a notebook that authorities say was found on Mangione when he was arrested at a McDonald's in Altoona, Pennsylvania earlier this month. According to the criminal complaint, the notebook contains several handwritten pages that express hostility towards the health insurance industry, and one entry dated October 22, 2024, describes intent to, quote, whack the CEO of one of the insurance companies.
We always talk about motive opportunity means. All 3 of those elements are addressed and captured in the criminal complaint as well as his notebook.
Mangione is expected to be arraigned in New York Monday, where he faces 11 state charges, including first-degree murder as an act of terrorism.
It was targeted, premeditated, and meant to sow terror.
In New York, I'm Jen Sullivan reporting.
Prosecutors say Mangione will remain in a federal detention facility and is expected to face the state trial before his federal trial. Party City has filed for bankruptcy for the second time in less than 2 years. The filing comes just a day after the Party Supply store announced it was shutting down all of its stores and will be winding down operations immediately. Stores will close February 28th, and the company says they'll have going out of business sales while supplies last. Now, locally on Delmarva, there are Party Cities in Salisbury and Dover. Later in the broadcast, the nation's premier high school basketball tournament returning to the shore, how you can catch the Governor's Challenge, and how to help the children this Christmas. That's up next on Coast TV News. here at Coast TV. We're collecting cards and donations for our Bless Our Children campaign, ensuring every child has a gift to open Christmas morning. All of these cards represent the donations we've received, like this one right here. This is from the Haslam family in Lewis. They say, a prayer for joy and peace as we remember God's amazing love shown through his son, Jesus. Christmas blessings. Thank you, Haslam family, for your donation in this card. So far, we have raised over $330,000, but we can do so much more. And here's some of the folks who are making that happen.
And we want to thank businesses, groups, individuals, and so many more who have donated at least $1,000 to Bless Our Children campaign and stepped up to join the Shell Brothers Challenge.
Here's a Shell Brothers honor roll in amounts given in increments of $1,000.
Friends and family of Captain Bob's Oyster Roast.
Atlantic Community Thrift Shop, Evans Builders Incorporated, Pocomoke City Elks number 1624, James Maloney, in memory of Stacy Dorsch.
American Legion Boggs Disharoon Post 123.
Ocean City Elks Lodge number 2645, Right Way Flagging and Sign Company Incorporated, Seaboard Billboard Boat.
Eastern Shore Corvette Club Inc., Tony Tank Tribe number 149, Carolyn D. Lehman Johnson, Midway Par 3.
MR Ducks, Salisbury Elks Lodge number 817.
Edward Jones Office of Melinda Tinkle, Jeff and Ann Vitas, in loving memory of John Angeles, Kathy and Michael Newcomb,
Delaware Electric Co-op, Phil Hawk, Cape Henlopen Elks number 2540, Michael and Nancy West,
Patricia Littleton and Steve Rosenberry, Dorchester Lodge number 223, IBPO Elks of the World.
The R.D. Greer and Sons Company,
June and John Lewis Jr., Bunting and Murray Construction and Employees, Apgar Turf Farm Inc., Suicide Bridge Restaurant in memory of Bill O'Hickman,
the residents of Mariners Cove,
in loving memory of Maribeth Toomberlin, Salisbury Moose Family Center 654,
Eastern Shore Region Antique Automobile Car Club, Harry and Jenny Davis, SPI Pharma Incorporated, Peninsula Imaging LLC, Johnny Janasic,
in loving memory of Sean Noel,
Classic Cakes,
David and Louise, Willard's Lions Club, Mr. and Mrs. R. Dean Goldsboro,
Rose Wheaton, Horsey Poultry Farm LLC, American Legion Post 64, Tops Cut Off, American Legion Sinpuxent Post 166,
Jefferson Urian Doan and Sterner, PA, Pepsi Bottling Ventures, Crowley Associates Realty Inc., Murray's Residential Services,
Eastern Shore Auctions by Willie Benton, Burris Logistics, Terra Firma of Delmarva Paving, Alan Corman and Son Incorporated,
Lewis Rehoboth Moose Lodge 646,
ASAP Services Pumping and Disposal,
J. Stacy Hart and Associates, Dwayne and Brandy Geis Absolute PDR,
ABC Refrigeration Incorporated in memory of Pop, Ramco Solutions,
Miranda Hart and O'Leary Contracting LLC, The Closet Works of Delmarva, Unfinished Business Thrift Shop, Idlewild Brewerton Club, Redmond Orphans Board,
Painting in America Made Great Again Earl Johnson Painting,
HVAC Services Unlimited Inc., Contractors for a Cause Foundation,
Mike Singleton's Pest Control, Shore Fund Tractor Pullers,
Historical Vintage Car Club of Delaware Inc., Green Acres Storage Shoal, in memory of Maurice and Pearl Jordan,
Sons and Daughters of Italy in Ocean City Lodge number 2474, Dagsboro Paint and Wallpaper, Chris's Pool Service,
Lydia's Grab and Go Bistro, IES Residential Inc., in memory of Joan Louise Rager, Creative Concepts,
Collins Wharf Sod, K&T Utilities LLC, Eastern Shore Traffic LLC, Chesapeake Trenching Incorporated,
G.R. Campbell Construction, Cox's RV Repair, Zion Church of Salisbury Women of Faith, Wheels That Heal Car Club, American Legion Auxiliary Sinnepunxent Unit 166,
Preston Gromark FS, American Veterans Thrift Store, Cheer Incorporated Employees, Daisy's Well Drilling,
CJ's Beach Bays, American Legion Nanacoke Squadron 6, B&R Auto Parts Inc., Delmarva Art Expo and Wool and Fiber Expo,
Pools, Pavers, and More, LTE Fiber LLC,
Reynolds Excavating Inc.,
Hickman Beach Plaza, Donald McIntaffer, Hawker Supermarkets, The Carroll Family,
Japanesque,
Mary and Chris Grimm, Shore United Bank, St. Andrews United Methodist Church,
Lewis Rehoboth Rotary Club,
Asbury Blades United Women in Faith, Asbury Blades UM Churches, Wycomico Lodge number 91 AF and AM, employees of Crest Plumbing Heating, in loving memory of Jim and Nancy McKinley,
Pep Up, Breeding Roll-Off Service, Peninsula Pawn, Towers Concrete, OT Beecham Post 94, in memory of Richard and Helen Webb. Union Lodge Georgetown Loop, Queen City Elk Lodge 1051, Delaware Improved Order of Red Men and Degree of Pocahontas, AccuTrench Contracting LLC, Paradise Plumbing, Bob Willie & Sons Incorporated, King Crop Insurance, in memory of Lily Patrick Feinstein, Murray Sod Farm, the Riverside Grill Oak Orchard, Chesapeake Waste, Chesapeake Companies, Preston R. Smith Plumbing, Maddox Brothers Trucking Inc., IV Solutions, Old Timers Softball League Inc., in memory of Shirley L. Doherty, Timothy and Terry Scott, A.E. Moore Janitorial,
AE Janitorial Incorporated, Curtis Mercer Remodeling Incorporated, in loving memory of D. Jean Minsker, Southern Delaware Street Rod Association, Mount Zion Holiness Church Incorporated Milton, Thomas C. Melvin and Son Funeral Home Incorporated, Accurate Termite and Pest Control, Monica W. Dwyer, Coastal Towing and Auto Repair, Security Instrument of Delaware, Rich and Karen Gollin, in memory of James E. Mowbray, Fraternal Order of Eagles, Cheryl, Gary and the Boys, Brenda and Ed Hammerbacher,
Donna Dorman Adams, in loving memory of Stella, Carol, Dale, Kent, Tom, and Evelyn, Quota Club of Salisbury, Maryland, Prees Farms LLC, RN Conveyance Company, Mary Bucky, Kenneth Lund, in memory of his dog Harley, Holly Lake Campsites, in memory of Sam Ellers, Chuck and Shirley, Harborside Bar and Grill, in memory of Eric Rickner, Shoreline Pine LLC, in loving memory of Martha M. Hopkins.
Premier Glass and Screen Incorporated, Tuckahoe Underground, in memory of Granville and Joanne Trimper, Bridgeville Lions Foundation Incorporated, Powellville UM Church and UM Men, in memory of Stephen and Michael Griffiths, Federalsburg Post 5246 VSW Auxiliary Incorporated, Joan W. Jenkins Foundation Incorporated, Allen Lions Club,
Jolly Roger Amusement Parks, Fillmore Day Real Estate Services LLC, in loving memory of Violet Lee Garrison and family,
Laurel American Legion Post 19, Hugo and Carol Cardenas, The Whalen Company LLC,
Ocean City Boat Lifts, in loving memory of James and Audrey Palmer, Sons of American Legion Post 243, William T. Watkins Garage Incorporated, in memory of Betty Swift and Betty Rogers,
Maryland Region 29th Division Association Post 88, Faulkner Heirs, in memory and honor of John Grabowski, Richard Y. Johnson and Son, Delmarva Decoy Collectors Association, American Legion Ladies Auxiliary Post 237, Ocean City Berlin Optimist Club,
Binstead Construction Company, Selbyville Elks Lodge 2173, Maryland Delaware DC Moose Association District 7,
Jerry's Inc., in loving memory of Leroy Sard, Veterans of Foreign Wars Post 8276,
employees of Hebron Savings Bank, Gene and Carl Staples, the staff and administration of Wycomico Day School, Century Seals Incorporated.
Again, we appreciate all of you taking on the Shell Brothers Challenge as part of WBOC and Coast TV's Bless Our Children campaign.
And if you'd like to help, you can donate on our website at blessourchildren.org.
Thank you for helping WBOC, Coast TV, and DSN lend a hand.
And together, we can make the holidays this year a very special one.
Bless Our Children is administered by the Draper Holdings Charitable Foundation.
Well, thanks to northern winds, sunshine will come out, but it'll have some serious shivering connected to it. We'll have the details of just how cold it'll be and stay and when we'll finally warm up in a moment.
Let's take a look at tonight's holiday house. We love featuring bright lights. This is the Montego Bay Crab Basket Christmas tree on 130th Street in Ocean City. Decorated by Montego Bay residents and donated 142 in total. I love that. Thank you so much. Now, if you want to show your decorations, send us photos, videos, we'll air them. CoastTV.com/holidayhouse. And the 42nd Annual Governor's Challenge starts this week. 140 high school basketball teams hit the courts December 26th through the 30th. And the Delmarva Sports Network is your exclusive home for all the action, Paul.
All right, so what we need is some warming up action happening, but it's not going to happen anytime soon. By next weekend, things are going to feel better. We just got to get through this week. So Dover right now, 17 degrees, courtesy of our Bay Health camera, and we're going to stay clear throughout the rest of the night. By the way, you can keep up with your forecast by calling our weather line at 443-880-9100. Your forecast is just a call away, sponsored by the law offices of Baird, Mandalas, Brockstead, and Federico. Okay, so we take a look at our live radar. We're looking very clear for right now. Our day part forecast, we anticipate lots of sunshine. We start off in the teens, end up in the 20s by mid-morning, with the winds staying relatively calm. Clear skies, calm winds, radiational cooling kicks in, which means the temperatures drop rapidly, for no reason at all. Just do that, and that's what happens with the temperatures dropping so rapidly. So for tonight, 15, limited cloud cover, staying cold. Now looking for 35 for tomorrow. Scattered clouds, but it's going to be chilly for us in the early morning hours. And we're looking for that same general pattern even as we go into the next few days. Take a look at our extended forecast here, and you'll notice we're going to stay cold for Monday, Tuesday. We're looking for 42 degrees on Tuesday and for Wednesday. Now, as you're doing your Christmas and Hanukkah celebrations, keep in mind, we're going to start off at 29 degrees in the morning time. And then for your Kwanzaa celebrations, we're going to still pretty much have the same thing. So all 3 days, all 3 mornings, 29, 29, 29. We really won't see a warming up pattern kick in until we get to Friday going into Saturday. Saturday, 52, 59 on Sunday with a chance of scattered showers. And then as we go into the new year, we may actually start off with a little bit of rain.
All right, Paul, thank you. And thank you for joining us here for Coast TV News after Sunday Night Football. For more news and local weather, you can download our Coast TV News app. We'll see you in just a few hours for Coast TV News Today, starting at 5. Have a great night.